Hello everyone, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Welcome to my tutorial for Sunny from the Wings of Fire series. Check the description for the band count of her, okay? I think it's a her. I haven't actually read the books, but I'm pretty sure Sunny's a girl. Hopefully I'm right. If not, you can correct me. I'll get like 2,000 comments. Sunny's not a girl. Anyway, so check out the description for the band count. You only need one loom. But like all my projects, this is not really a beginner's project. You should do this after you've had some experience with my videos. Okay, so we're going to start with her legs. Okay, I'm using her main body color. I'm going to be using gold. Okay, you can use yellow if you want to, but I am going to be using yellow for her stomach and her wings, so, you know, you'd have to pick a different color for that. But I'm doing the gold, and I'm doing the stretchier gold, not the metallic gold. It's actually I think it's the Silicone Gold, so it's the stretchier one. Okay, they come 600 in a pack versus the metallic only comes 300 in a pack. Actually, they don't even come 300 in a pack. They came like 250. I actually counted once. Anyway, so let's begin with her front legs. Okay, so your loom should be in rectangular configuration. I'm starting with 2 bands at a time. Okay, now I am double looping. This is why I recommend the silicone, because it's stretchier, so if you have the metallic you will probably have a difficult time double looping the bands. Alright, so those were all double looped, except for these 6 sets here. Okay, I'm going to cap off right here with a single gold, wrapping around creating 4 loops. And I'm taking 2 at a time again. Okay, and now I am again double looping. This dragon is going to end up being slightly smaller than the rest, because I heard that she's actually a little bit smaller. So her wings are going to be the same size, but the rest of her is going to be a little bit smaller, hopefully. Alright, so we're still double looping here. And I'm going to take 3 bands, and I'm going to put them right here. Alright, so now I'm going to take my hook, and I'm going to loop this upper part. This is the muscle piece. Okay. So you know to always grab the top bands when we're looping. Always loop the top bands first, otherwise you'll end up with a tangled mess, right? Alright, I'm going to tie off these ends with any color. I'm just going to use this black here that I have. So I'm just going to tie slip knots at the end here. Okay, so this is going to be the muscle piece, okay? Now we're going to make her foot, okay? So I'm going to do her claws black. So I'm taking a black band and I'm wrapping it around, creating 5 loops. Then I'm going to double loop a black, slip that on, then I'm going to double loop the gold. Okay, and I'm going to do another gold. Okay. Alright. Push that down. Now we're going to do another toe that's going to be slightly bigger. Wrap around creating 5 loops. Then double loop. Pull on. Reclaim. Double loop gold. We're going to do this 3 times. Once. Twice. 3 times. Okay, that's your second toe. It's a little longer. We're going to make a third toe the exact same as the second toe. Okay, this last toe right here we're going to make the same as the first toe. Like that. Okay, so we have 4 toes. The middle 2 are slightly longer. Alright, now I'm going to double loop a gold band. I think this is double looped. Yes, okay. Double loop the gold band onto your hook and pull all of your toes onto that double looped gold band. Push down on your hook, put your finger through the loop there, and we're going to take 3 gold bands and wrap them 3 times around the hook, like that. Then grab the loops back onto your hook, like that. Okay. And now I'm going to take 3 gold. Pulling them all onto those 3 gold, like that. Okay. And now I'm going to make another toe, okay? Make the thumb toe, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to take black, wrap around creating 5 loops, and we're going to double loop a black onto the hook. Pull that on, and then we're going to double loop a gold, just 1 gold. Okay, like that. And now I'm going to take these 3 bands here, these 3, and I'm going to pull them onto there in order, like that, and reclaim. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this foot around this peg. So I'm going to open up the loops, wrap them around this peg here. Make sure the thumb is facing down. The thumb here is on the bottom. Okay, whether you're making the first front leg or the second front leg, it's on the bottom. Okay, and now we're going to take that little muscle piece. Okay, we're going to go through this cap band. Okay, and you want to make sure that the double looped column is on that side of this muscle piece. So the littler sets are on that side. Okay, wrap around here. Then you want to dig down and you want to grab double looped band and loop it without breaking it. If you break it, you have to go back and fix everything. And then we want to loop up these 2. Okay, now we're going to lift this guy. And now we have the cap band going through the other bands. We're going to go through the bottom 2 loops of the next set here. Okay, so the first double looped set on that muscle, wrap it around that peg, and then we're going to dig down and loop diagonally those guys, and then dig down, and we're going to go up 3 times here, like that. Okay, Now we're going to go to the other side of that muscle piece and grab the bottom 2 loops on the other side, wrap them around this peg, loop up. Okay, now let's do the other side. So this is how we attach 2 sides together. We do one side, then attach it as we loom the other side. Okay, so we're only going through the bottom loops of each set in order. Alright, once it starts getting really stretchy and you're afraid it's going to break, we can lightly lift up a little bit off the bottom, not too much though, like that. Okay, now I'm going to attach the 3 loose ends to these 3 pegs. So you want to go through all 4 loops here, wrap them around there, and loop up. You want to go through 4 loops here, wrap them around there, but don't loop up quite yet till we've done this guy. Okay, so do the 4 loops here, wrap them around, loop up, and then loop up this guy last. Okay, and now I'm going to tie off this end. I'm going to use a different color than black because I used black to tie off here. I'm going to use orange. Doesn't matter the color as long as you can tell the difference. Okay. And then I will gently lift this off. Okay, gently, gently. And once I've done that, I can take off the black tying bands, leaving on the orange. Yes, the legs are very complex. But they're all similar for all these dragons, in case you didn't notice. They're all like very similarly done. Okay, that's the bottom part of the front leg. Now we have to do the top part. Okay, first I kind of want to turn this in the right direction. See how the leg is like bent backwards? Just kind of stick your hook through and tug it the other way, so it's like in the middle more. And what we can do with these toes is stick our hook through the second set of gold double looped bands in each toe. Oops. And we can take a single gold band and pull it through all those, and then just wrap the loops around the 2 edge toes. And that will keep the toes closer together. That's optional. You don't actually have to do that. I think it looks better like that, though. Okay, keeps the toes a little closer together. Alright, now let's work on the top part of the foot, front leg. So we are doing almost the same thing here. We're taking 2 gold, 2 gold, 2 gold, 2 gold, 2 gold, 2 gold, double loop, double loop, double loop, double loop here. Okay, and we will double loop the horizontals as well. Here and here, and then I'm going to cap off here, wrapping a band around, creating 4 loops. Alright, now for the bottom section. Again, we're going to take 2 at a time. Three, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Then we'll double loop, double loop, double loop, and double loop here. I'm going to straighten out these because they're a little twisted. Alright, let's double loop across. Alright, let's loop this part. Alright, we'll leave that. Well, no, let's take it off. Alright, so, slip knot the 3 ends. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take the part of the leg we already did. The thumb is facing down, the muscle piece is popping up on the top here. We're going to wrap these loops here on this side right around this peg. And then this is actually one of the most tricky parts of this tutorial. What we have to do is we have to go through all 8 loops of this section. There's 8 of them. And it's going to be a little hard. But once you go through them, you got to take off this tying band, and you got to lay the bottom 4 loops around the peg. So the top 4 are on my hook, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to double loop of gold, bring it across, across these 2 pegs, and then I'm going to put the top 4 loops over that peg. Okay, once I've done that, I'm just going to loop up this guy here, okay? So I'm to here and here, okay? Take that muscle piece, turn it so the cap band is here and the double looped side is on that side, okay? Wrap around this peg here, then loop up once, and you want to lift it up and you want to go through the first set here, the bottom corner loops, wrap around there, and then we have to grab this double looped band, which might be really hard to do. Oh, that wasn't too bad, but you want to make sure the loops stay around the peg because we're not done with that yet. Alright, and then we want to dig down and grab these 2 and loop them up to here, okay? And now we can start to connect and loop up. Okay, so like we were doing with the bottom, we're just taking the next set in line on the 2 edges and moving up. Wrap around, move up to here. Okay, and like I did before, I'm going to lift up a little bit just so that I'm not overstretching the bands. Okay, and now I'm going to wrap the 3 loose ends around the 3 pegs. Okay, go through all 4 of the loops, wrap around, loop up. Except this should be a double, not a double looped. So you know what, we'll fix that in a second. Wrap the middle set around here. Okay. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to push down this double looped band here so I don't see it as well. Okay, so just push that one down, and I'm going to wrap this dude, all 4 loops around this guy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 gold, because this is supposed to be 2 bands, not a double looped. And I'm going to bring it through all of them except that double looped one at the bottom. I might have to do it from the side though. Yeah. 2 bands, not a double looped. 2 bands, bring it through those, and tie off with another color. I'm going to use orange again. Okay, and let's tie off the middle set. And this set here. Okay, and lift off gently. Okay, and this double looped band can go back with the other ones because we don't need it. Yay! There's a front leg. I'm just going to take off again the black tying bands, leaving on the orange. Okay. If it falls apart when you take off the tying band, that's because you went between the loops and not through them when you wrapped them around. So that's one front leg. So, At the end, you're going to have to make a second one, but the second one needs to be opposite. Okay, so the muscle's on the opposite side, the thumb's on the opposite side. If you don't know how to do symmetry on here, then hold your screen in front of a mirror and do it that way. Okay, but you can go back and repeat this part and make a second front leg. And then we will make the back legs. Okay, let's make the back legs now. They're just a little bit smaller than the front legs. Okay, so I'm taking 2 gold bands at a time. But there aren't as many double looped in this guy, so these are all just 2 bands at a time. Yay! So we want a double looped one across here. Alright, cap off here, wrap around creating 4 loops. Okay, 2 bands here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here, 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 diagonally, and like that, and double loop here, across there, and across here. Those were double looped. And I'm going to take 3 bands, and I'm going to put them like this. Alright, let's loop this guy. Okay, so we'll loop this muscle first. Okay, now we're going to make the foot. So I'm going to take my black claw, or black band for the claw, wrap around creating 5 loops. Double loop a black. Pull that on there. Reclaim it. And now I'm going to take I'm going to take 2 gold. So double looped gold. Pull that on and reclaim, and then take another one, that on and reclaim. This is very similar to the front foot, actually. Alright, let's do the second toe, which is, again, 1 band longer. Just like the front foot was. Okay, let's make the third toe the same as the second toe. Okay, and I'm going to do the final toe, which is the same as the first toe. Alright, now I'm going to take a double looped gold and pull them all onto it. Push down, put your finger through the loops here, and now I'm going to take 3 gold twice. Okay, so I'm taking 3 gold. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. You're taking 3 gold bands, wrapping around 3 times. 1, 2, 3, like that. Then grab the loops again. Okay, so it looks just like it did on the front foot, pretty much. Now you're going to take 3 gold bands Okay, and pull that onto there. Okay, then you want to take 3 more. Okay, and I'm going to put, you can put a hook or a pencil through the loops here. Okay, so you have 3 loops on and 3 loops off. We're going to make the back toe, so take a black band, wrap around, creating 5 loops. Whoops. Then we'll double loop a black, put that on there and pull that on and reclaim it. And then we'll take a double looped gold, pull that on, reclaim it, push it on, and then grab those 3 loops back on so it looks like this now. Okay. Then I'm taking 3 bands. Yes, 3. Okay, yeah. 3 gold bands. Pulling all of them onto there. Oops. Let's try that again. Pull them all onto the 3 bands. Reclaim the loops on your hook, and this is going to get wrapped right around here, like that. Okay, so now I'm going to tie off these ends on this little muscle piece. And lift this off. Alright, now I'm going to loop up the 3 bands here. Okay, now you're going to take this piece, you're going to go through the cap band here, and you're going to wrap it. Make sure it's the cap band is on this corner, okay? It's kind of in the corner. Make sure it's on this corner when you attach it like this. Otherwise it's going to be messed up. Then you want to dig down and you want to loop up those 2 horizontals first, or loop over 2 horizontals. Then you want to go back down and you want to loop up these 2. Alright, now you want to grab again, like we were doing before, the corner loops. Why is there only 1 there? I'm a little confused as to where the other one is. Hold on, there it is. Okay. Bottom corner loops wrap around there. And loop up the diagonal here. This is a little easier because these bands are not double looped. So it should make your life a little easier. Loop up the center twice up to here. And like we did before, we'll just attach our edges here. So bottom corner wraps around there. Loop up. And you know what, this guy, let me just look at this. Okay. This guy, we have to move him to here. Okay. Not a big deal though. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, let's attach corner loops to this guy here. Loop up. Alright, we'll attach the 3 loose ends to these 3 pegs. Okay, just like we did before. Alright, and tie off with a color other than black. It's orange here. And then we can lift this off. Alright, now I'm going to take off the black tying bands. There's 3 of them. And then I'm going to, again, tie the toes together the same way I did the front foot. Okay, so just go through the second set of gold on each foot. grab a single gold band, pull it through all those. Whoops. Figures that didn't work, did it? There we go. And wrap the loops around the two toes at the edge. Like that. Okay? Alright, now we will do the top part of the back foot, the back leg. Ho 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 ho. Oh, she's gonna be so cute. Alright, so I'll take 2 bands at a time, just like before. Okay, cap off here, create 4 loops. Let's loop this thing. Okay, let's do the bottom part. Okay, double loop across here, double loop another across here. Okay, now I'm going to take the bottom part of my leg, and we're going to wrap these 2 ends around these 2 pegs. Make sure that your leg looks like this and you're not attaching it upside down like that, okay? It should be like this. The thumb toe should be like facing that way. And the muscle should be on the top, okay? You want to go through these 8. These are 8 loops here. Lots of loops. So let's go through really carefully and slowly. Okay, pull off. Actually, no, we don't have to pull that tying band off. We can leave that one on for now. I'm going to wrap it around here. Okay, and this set, we do need to take the tying band off, but luckily there's only 4 loops to go through there. So, and you want to wrap around on this peg the bottom 2 loops, which can be a little tricky, so you can use a pencil or something to hold the top 2 whilst you battle with the bottom 2 and get them around there. Once you've got them around, you're going to double loop a gold, bring it across, and then put the top 2 loops around. Okay, now we're going to tie off these ends on this guy. Okay, up here. Okay, and we are going to go through the cap band, wrap it around this peg all the way down here, and then wahahaha, we have to go all the way down to these diagonals. You might have to pick your loom up to make sure you loop in the right bands. Loop these guys. Then you want to loop up these 2 and go up to here, okay? Lift up this muscle piece, and we'll attach the bottom corner edges around. Loop up, same thing on this side. Okay, and we want to attach 3 loose ends to these 3 pegs. Okay, tie off with a different color, so I'm using orange again. Okay, and let's take off. Take off the black tying bands. So the only ones left on are the orange ones. Alright, and oh, you can take off this elbowy one here too. Just the 3 at the top are all we need. Arg! So there you have a back leg. Now you have to go back and make a second one. Make sure it's opposite. Now what we can do, stick our hook through and tug so the foot is facing that way, like that. Actually, I'm going to go through this set and do that. You can kind of make things face other directions by sticking your hook through and tugging. So I have 2 back legs. They are opposite of each other. Okay, and hopefully they're exactly the same because I designed this one a long time ago. Hopefully they ended up being the same. But anyway, so you want to make another one. So make 2 back legs and 2 front legs, okay? This hand is facing the wrong way, okay? Alright. And now we're going to work on her wings, okay? So I'm doing her wings like this. Now I think she actually has black claws instead of white. So if you'd rather do the black claws instead of the white, that's totally fine. But I already did the one wing in white, so I'm going to continue it like that, okay? So we're taking the main wing color, which for me is yellow, 2 at a time. Her wings are exactly the same as all the other dragons in this series, except the colors are different, so. Alright, and we'll go like that. I'm taking 2 bands across here and double looping one here, and then you're going to take the body color. Okay, that's the gold. Okay, now I'm going to make a claw. Again, if you want to make a black one instead of a white one, it's up to you. Wrap a band around, creating 5 loops. Then you want to double loop one and pull it on and reclaim the loops. Then double loop another, pull that on there, reclaim the loop, and wrap that around here. And loop up. And we can just tie off. You're going to need to make 3 of these for each wing, so you can make 6 total, or you can just start with the 3. For now, that's fine. Okay, they're all going to be the same, right? So make your other 2 for this wing now, and once you've done that, we will do the main tip, which is almost the same exact thing, but we're using the gold. So gold, yellow, yellow, gold, yellow, 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 gold, yellow, and 3 gold here. Right, I'm going to double loop a gold across there, and I'm also going to double loop one across here, and then I'm going to double loop a yellow across there. Now let's do the claw. White band wrapped around, creating 5 loops. Double loop of white and pull on, reclaim, double loop another, pull on and reclaim, wrap around. Okay, so you only need one of these for each wing. Alright, so now we're going to be doing the 8-step wing thing. Oh boy. This is... Alright, now we're taking gold. Hold on, let me get to my wing design. Okay. We're taking gold here and here and yellow. These are 2 at a time. Okay, we're going to take 2 bands. No, we're going to double loop a gold across here, and we're going to take 2 yellows right here. Okay. Now we'll take that end piece, okay, with the gold edge, and we're going to wrap that same edge around here and loop up. Then we're going to go through the center set. Wrap around here and loop up. And the side here. Wrap around, loop up. Okay, we're going to tie off these 3 ends. Pull that off. Alright. And I'm going to pull off the black tying bands. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 yellow here and 2 yellow here. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to go through these 2 yellow here. Okay. Actually, here. No, just kidding, these 2. So the 3rd set of loops here. Okay. You're going to take 2 yellows and bring them through like that. Okay. For the 3rd set of yellow on that side, I brought 2 through. Yes, okay, now I'm going to wrap that around here. And then I'm going to lift up the top 2 loops, and I'm going to take those 2 loose horizontal bands in here and just wrap them around the peg, and then place the loops. And then I can dig down and loop up these guys. Okay, now you're going to take orange band and tie off your edges. Okay, so it looks like this now, okay? Alright, now we're going to take our gold 2 at a time. And now we'll do yellow. Okay, now we'll do some horizontals, so we'll double loop our golds all the way down between these 2 pegs. Okay, and now we're going to take 2 yellows at a time. These are not double looped. Okay. Okay, now we're going to make the wing claw. So again, I'm using white. You can use black if you use black for the other claws. Wrap one around, creating 5 loops. Then double loop a white. Pull that on. Clean. Take another white. Double loop that. Pull on into clean. Then take 3 white. And then take 3 gold. And this we're going to wrap right around this 3rd peg on this side here. And turn it so the claw is on the outside. Alright, so now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to go through this gold set and pull off the tying band. Wrap it around here. Oops. This gets wrapped around here. Okay, lift up the top 2 of each set that we just wrapped around. Double loop a gold across here, and take 2 yellows across these 2, and replace the loops back over. So you have 2 sets here that aren't attached to anything, right? Right. Answer my own question. Alright, so we're going to loop all the way up each column. Okay, and we will tie off these ends. Pull this off. Okay, so it looks like this, right? It's like a ladder in the middle, or whatever. Why is this? Oh, never mind. Okay, now we're going to do the next part. So, okay. We're just pretty much taking yellow. This is the trickiest section that I always have trouble remembering exactly what to do, but considering I've done this like 10 times before, you'd think I would remember. Alright. Now, oh, this guy goes diagonally like that. Okay. We're attaching the two loose ends to these two pegs. Okay, so we'll start with that. Like that. Alright, now, as we go up, we're taking each set of horizontals from here and stretching them across the first peg over here. But we don't want to go up too high, otherwise we'll overstretch the bands. So once we've done that, I'll take some more yellows as my horizontals here. Okay. And now I'm going to take one of these pieces and I'm going to go through one of the side sets and I'm going to wrap it around this peg here. Okay. And once I've done that, then I'm going to take, let's see, yes, I'm going to take two bands. No, I'm not yet. We'll leave it like that for now. Sorry. Okay. We're going to take one band and wrap it twice around this peg here. Take another, wrap it twice around this peg here. Another goes here. Another goes here. We want to make sure you push these bands down before you wrap the bands around, otherwise it'll be annoying or bad. Okay, so now I'm going to loop up this column. Like that. Now we'll go in here and we will loop diagonally to that guy, and then we will go up over that doubled band. Don't get that band all mixed up. Okay, don't mess with it, otherwise it'll end up not being right. Okay, so we're just gonna go up to here for now. Then we'll go in here. And we'll loop up to the same area. Now I'm going to lift off a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to go to the next set of horizontals and wrap them around. Same thing here, and here, and here. And here. Alright. Do the same thing with 2 bands across at a time. Like that. And we will push these down and again wrap single yellow bands twice around these pegs. Alright, then we will finish looping up all these. And we will tie off these 3 ends. Yeah. Okay, so now it looks like this, right? With this piece hanging off. Which I'm going to pull off this orange tying band here. And this one here. Okay. Leave these on, obviously. Alright, we're doing this last section on this part. So let's start with that. So we're going to take yellow, yellow, we'll go down 11 times. Okay, so now we're just going to go down 10 times. Okay, now we're going to take our wing piece and we're going to go see where this piece is attached to here. We're going to go through those loops on the main wing. So there's like 4 of them. Yeah, okay, there's 4 loops. We're going to take 2 yellow bands, pull them through those 4 loops, reclaim like that. Okay. And this we're going to wrap around here, but after we wrap it, we want to actually lift off the top 2 bands, top 2 loops. Okay, so only the bottom 2 loops are wrapped. Then we're going to take the first set of those looped bands, the horizontals, and just like this, we're gonna, let's just start with that one set, so we just looped that guy. Alright, then before we replace those 2 loops back on, we want to wrap around the center set of this thing. Okay, then you want to wrap them. Alright, so now we want to dig in here and grab the loops like that. Okay, let's go through this final set on this ridge here and wrap it around this peg. And then we can dig down and loop up the two bands here. We'll loop up twice. Okay. Alright. Okay, so see how I'm wrapping those bands. Now let's do the next ridge. So take another one, go through the edge loops of it, and we're going to wrap around this peg here. That peg, and then this peg, and then this one. And then we can loop up some more. So loop up, loop up, loop up. And now I'm going to lift up a little bit. Okay. And let's go through. Oops. Make sure you grab the right bands here. Okay. Just like that. Take your final ridge, and this is going to go on these 3 pegs. Okay. Oops. Okay. Tie off this end. Oh wait, no. Haha, just kidding. Lift off the top 2 loops here. And what you want to do is you want to grab the first set of orange loops here. And you want to actually wrap that. Oops. Go through the loops and wrap that around this peg up here. Then bring those 2 loops up. And we can pull off this tying band, and we can rewrap it around all of them. Or I can use a fresh band, that's up to you. So now it looks like this, okay? Once you've done that, you can take off all the tying bands around the ridges. So all the black bands. Okay. Alright, we got 3 more sections to go to finish that off. Alright, so we're taking gold. 2 at a time. And we'll take 2. Oh, you know what, these 3 sets should actually be gold as well. Sorry about that. These first 3 are gold. 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 And then we go down with the yellow. Okay, and we will double loop the golds across these two sets. Then we'll take 2 yellow at a time. Okay, now we'll take our wing, and as we go through the golds, we'll take off the tying band, then wrap it. Same thing with this first set of yellow. And then the second set of yellow. So now I'm going to lift up the top 2 loops in each set, as usual. Take a gold, double loop it across these 2, and then a yellow, 2 yellows across these 2. Those were not double looped. Okay. Place the loops, and we can loop up all the way. We are getting there. Alright, tie off these ends with whatever color you want. Alright, so that now looks like this. Okay. Alright. Alright, we're going to cover the whole thing in yellow now. We've got 2 more sections to do. Okay, now we'll take our wing And we'll wrap the 3 remaining sets down here while taking off the tying band. Whoops. Okay, we'll wrap those 3 remaining sets onto these 3 pegs. Push down. Now this one, there's 8 loops, so you want to make sure you get through all of them. Which I might not have. Anyway, you want to wrap them around. You can wrap them 2 at a time if you want. Maybe the easier way to do it. Alright, and now we'll lift up the top 2 loops here, the top 2 loops here, and the top 4 loops here. And we'll take anyway, okay, yeah, we'll take the bottom set of loose bands, wrap around here. Okay, and then we'll take 2 more, wrap around there, and then you can replace all the loops. So replace the 4 here. Oops. Replace the 2 back on here and these 2 back on here. Alright, we'll put some more horizontals on. And we're going to make a claw, so take your claw color, wrap it around your hook, creating 5 loops, then double loop, pull that on, reclaim, double loop again, pull on, reclaim, and we'll take 3 gold. Pull on and reclaim, and this we're going to be putting on this peg, the claw facing out, like that. Okay, so now I'm going to loop up to there. Alright, let's lift up a little bit, not all the way, just to keep the bands from getting stretched out. And then we will continue to wrap these around. Final set here. Alright, now I'm taking 2, I'm going to push down on the edge here, 2 yellow bands here, 2 here, and 2 here, and then I'm going to take 1 and just wrap it twice around here like that, just like we kind of did before. And now let's just finish looping up. Okay, we're looping as if these yellow bands aren't even here. Ooh. Put that back on. Sorry, my horizontal band came off, so I just had to fix it. Alrighty. Alright, one more small part to do on this thing. Alright. We're going to go down 4 times here. 3, 4. Go down 3 times, or like that, then we'll go diagonally like that. And we'll go down twice. And we'll angle it like that. Okay, now alright, so what we have to do now is we're going to pull these loose bands to the outside. Okay. Now, go through this set here. Okay, see the set that has the doubled band? Okay. We're going to go through those loops. No, I'm sorry, we'll go the one underneath that. The one underneath that, sorry. So go through those 4 loops of the set underneath. Okay, it is the 1, 2, 3, 6th set from the top. We're going to take 2 bands, pull it through, and reclaim the loops. Then I'm going to wrap those loops around this peg. Then what I have to do is I'm going to lift up the top 2 loops, and I'm going to take that little doubled band in there and wrap it around there. Then I'm going to reclaim those loops back around, and then I'm going to wrap the 3 large sets around these pegs like that. And now I can just loop up and we'll tie off the 3 ends here and lift off. There we go. Alright, so now we have to put the veins in, which are fairly simple to do, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my gold. So, okay, so you see this little claw here? We're going to look at the spaces and until we get to the other side. So starting here, which is straight across from where that claw is, okay? You're going to go to the hole between the gold and the yellow, and you're going to take 2 golds and you're going to pull it through the hole, flip it around, go back up through the next hole, and grab the loops from the other side. Grab 2 more, bring the loops over, bring it down into the hole, through the next set of loops, through the next hole, like that. So we are stitching it on, essentially. Alright. Just going straight. Alright, now this final set will go through those gold bands on the spike thing and reclaim, so it looks like that, and pull a gold band through all of it and just wrap the 2 ends of the gold band around the spike like that. So it looks like that. Yay! Alright, now we're going to go, see this spike here? We're going to go right to the hole right underneath it. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go straight down to this guy. Okay. Okay, well how did that not end up centered? Oh man, how did that do that? Oh well, I can't. Too late to fix it now. Okay, so anyway, you want to get to the center of this piece. Like, so that it'll be in the center. And then in the next set, we're going to go into the ridge a little bit here. So we'll go and stick it through the bottom set in the ridge. Clean, then take the next set through. And that'll go through this big set of loops in the center of the ridge. Doesn't have to go through every single one perfectly. Nobody's going to tell. Alright, and go through, and now we're going to grab the gold again. And you're going to take a single gold and wrap the ends around. Okay? Just like that. It's so weird, I have no clue why that's not perfectly centered. Oh well. Okay, so let me just take a look at this for a sec. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going back into that same space, and we'll take 2 gold again, and now we're going to go diagonally to this next space, okay? And we'll do that again. So diagonally, darn it. Sometimes you'll lose your, and so 1 diagonal, this is the second diagonal. Third diagonal. Fourth diagonal. And we'll do 1 more diagonally. And that should bring us right to the center of this this ridge here. Okay, and now we will go straight down the ridge like we did before. So go through the bottom set in the ridge. Then through that thick set in the middle. Then through here. Like that, and then wrap the ends around. And we have 1 more vein to do. Okay, so go back in that same space. Okay. And this time we're going to go and, oops. This time we're going to go super diagonally. So we're going to the next diagonal. Okay, it might stretch the wing a little bit, but that's too bad. So instead of going to the regular diagonal, we're going down 1 and over 2 spaces to here. Okay, we'll do that again. So down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. And we'll do that. We'll take 1 more set to bring right to the center here. Alright. So we have made a wing with all the veins in it. Haha, it looks awesome. So you want to go back and make a second wing. I usually prefer to make my wings opposite of each other. Okay, but it doesn't really matter that much. You can make it the same exact way and it'll look pretty much the same. That's up to you. Okay? Alright, so do that and go to the next part and we will work on her head. Okay, see you over at part 2, everyone. Good job so far.